Hey guys, it's Gomer here with another battle report, and this time it's a larger game than the last one. It's the 2400 or slash 2500 ETC format, practicing for a team tournament coming out at the end of May. And the guy I'm playing against is from a club, but he's in another team. So he's got Chaos Dwarves, I've got Orcs, and yeah, we throw down, I guess. Let me just run through. So it's the same. I won't go through the whole list, I'll just let it scroll through, but basically it's the same Orc list. I played the Bretonian friend the other day. It's your standard leadership 10, savage bus with lots of shoot a gun line pretty much. The only change I did here was, what did I do? I think I'll take the additional hand weapons rather than bows on the savages. It just depends on if I decide to try and match up against elves or not. But in this one, using the additional hand weapons. His list, I don't have it. I'm just going off what I remember. He's got like 7 levels of metal magic, so he's got heaps. Level 4 metal, I think. His level 2 was a BSB maybe as well. Then he's got like about 30 something warriors, whatever they are, with fire glaives, and another 20. Maybe 24 actually, fire glaives, 2 magma cannons, 2 hell cannons. I think he has one of those engineer guys, so I totally don't really know much about Chaos Dwarves, but you'll see it. Although it's a bit hard to see because most of his army is unpainted, but anyway, that's cool. He gets a bit of flack for that. So there's his level 4 spells, level 2, and obviously Searing Doom on the other level 1. And then I roll up Gorka Fix-It, Sneaky Stabbing on my Night Goblin, Hand of Gork on my level 1, which wasn't great, but that's okay. And then Brain Burst to Edbutt, Here We Go, and Foot on Wurzag, as well as his Wurzag's Revenge and Vindictive Glare. So, yeah, I mean, as long as you've got the Foot and Hand of Gork, I think, and hopefully Here We Go if you're going to get in combat. But with this list, generally you're probably not even going to get in combat. But who knows. So we deployed like this. Yeah, what to say? I mean, do you run at the Chaos Dwarves, or and he's not going to run at me, but I'm built for a gun line, so it's an interesting matchup, and that's why I wanted to play it as well, just to see. Pretty much after a couple of drops, I was like, you know what, I'm going to have to run at him, because I don't think I can outshoot him, even though he reckons I can, but just toughness, 6 toughness, 7 war machines. The only things that can really penetrate them are 2 rock lobbers, and they're probably not going to last very long. So I think, I think I'm going to have to run at him. So I sort of decided that after I'd placed my 6 trolls. You can see them right at the back. Pretty much tried to get them as far away as the magma cannons as possible, and then hopefully try to take at least one of them out before I bring them up. But that was sort of why they're back there. The rest of it's all pretty standard. I think the guys are in bus. The Savage Orcs are in bus, and my chaff's up the front, ready to move up. The Manglers are also up the front too. He's got no fast cav. He's got nothing to threaten my rock lobbers and doom divers with, except for shooting at them. So Manglers sitting back there is not going to do anything, so I might as well run the Manglers up at him as well. And I also forget to Vanguard, which cost me a turn 1 strength 7 foot, which has been annoying. So yeah, little things like that I've got to do a better job of. And obviously you can see there's this right hand spear chucker there. I've got this habit of just putting the spear chuckers down like 6 inches away. There's no reason why I had to put it there. I could have put it on the other side of the board somewhere, so that way he's not blocking out my trolls, but that's what you do anyway. So just, yeah, his is a bit hard to see because it's not painted. So the hell cannons are the ones on the big base, and then the magmas are the other ones, and then he's just got his 2, his BSP's painted, his level 4's next to that, and I think there's a level 1 in that unit. He gets first turn, and that's his movement, nothing, as you'd expect. And then he lays down a magma cannon, shot right through, only puts a wound on 1 mangler, but Wurzag fails his lookout, sir, and his ward, and luckily he rolled 2 for wounds, so I was lucky keeping Wurzag alive in that first turn. Another one went down, I think, and took out a crap ton of night goblins. They didn't run away, luckily, and I would lose a rock lobber to probably hell cannons, I think. So yeah, I guess as good as you can expect. That's pretty much his turn 1. So I'm like, at this point, after seeing that, I think this is really where I made the decision. I'm not going to sit back and shoot. I mean, I've just lost to Rock Lobber. I need to get up there. But how to get up there? So I thought, like, I've got enough chaff up there. I don't want to get in combat with that big unit of dwarfs with his 2 characters. So I'm thinking, you know, I've got enough chaff that I could probably chaff them up. Try to take the 2 war machines out in the middle, and hopefully get my savages up there, and or trolls, and sort of take out the left side of his. So basically, both hell cannons, the middle magma, and the other unit of dwarves, and I reckon that will net me heaps enough. This list is built around, basically, if you don't lose the savages and characters, and maybe keep a couple of war machines, you're pretty much not going to lose the game. So that's sort of the idea of it. So yeah, I push up as fast as I can. Obviously the trolls can't because of my stupidity, so I'm going to have to use hand to try and get them out. And my fast cavern, my wolf rider hero guys moved up into the as far as they can. So yeah, it's frustrating. If I'd not forgotten the vanguard, my wolf riders would have been in combat with that hell cannon turn 1, which would have given me a strength 7 foot. But yep, you forget about these things. So magic's 8 to 5. I do get foot off, and I got it off about 4 times finally, but only ever did about 1 wound. I mean, strength 6 against tough 7. If you just don't roll it, killed a few dwarves and stuff, but that's about it. Looks like I've put the middle hell cannon's got 1 wound left, so I think that might have been a combination of rock lobbers and doom divers doing that. That's just me moving up. And into his turn, so he doesn't move at all. He gets enchanted blades off on these guys, and then looks like he gets a wound through on this guy. So it's pretty good that he only rolled a 1 on the number of wounds here for my doom diver. And then he does 2 more wounds with this mangler. So no, actually he already had a wound. He only did another wound to it. So he's rolling pretty crap with these wounds. I'm getting pretty lucky. And then the middle magma cannon misfires, so it can't shoot. I don't think it blows up or anything. Actually, can't shoot this turn or next. I think that's what it was. The fire glaives open up as on the trolls too, and I regen most everything, and they only got 2 wounds each. So, sorry, 1 wound each. There, so keeping them alive. So I've still got all my chaff after turn 2 of his shooting. So I'm quite happy with that. And orcs and goblins turn 2. So I've handed. I must have done that on turn 1. You can see I've handed the 6 trolls over that spear chucker. The wolf riders go into combat up there on the top left with the hell cannon, and I charge both trolls, single trolls, into the middle hell cannon. Just wanting to punk that last wound off. Pretty long charges, only 1 makes it in, so now I'm not so confident that I can get that. And then my manglers rolled terrible too for their distance, and they're just sort of stuck in the middle of my line there, which is a bit annoying. I'm moving the night goblins up, but they're not going to get there till next turn into 8 inches, so that's as far as they get. So at least my foot's strength 7 now, but then I managed to get roll 4 from magic, so I'm trying to think. I don't think I got anything off. I mean, 4 dice. I probably tried to 4 dice foot and didn't get it, so that was it. But look at this troll. Single troll takes down the last wound on the hell cannon, and that just opens it up. He's going to be stupid for the rest of the game because he's going to be stuck over there, but that's okay. The other wolf riders don't fare so well. Obviously, I didn't think they would, but yeah, 3 of them die. They panic and actually panic my or they flee and panic my wolf rider here as he's running as well, which is annoying. And that's pretty much end my turn 2. His movement doesn't really do anything. Looks like he only takes this mangler down to another wound, so I mean he's just doing some pretty bad shooting on his part at the moment. There's my fleeing guys. I think there's just fancy picks. And yeah, this time he manages to kill one of the manglers with a combination of shooting and takes a wound off the other troll. And I think this is showing he actually does hit my doom diver again at some point and rolls 1 to wounds. So it's still alive. So my rock lobbers are both dead. At some point he's killed my other rock lobber. In fact, that could have been it. Maybe it was my rock lobber that was killed on this picture. But I do have both Doom Divers, so that's pretty good. And then in my turn 3, so you can't see this, but basically what happened, I charged the other single troll into the magma cannon. Is that right? Must have been. At some point my other troll was in combat. Oh yeah, because charges go first. Sorry. Yeah, so my single troll was in combat with the magma cannon, and then I sent my mangler just through the magma cannon, and I think we did play it this way, that it like both the troll and the magma cannon got hit. But re-looking at that and getting some other advice, it sounds like the only ones who take damage from the fanatics and the manglers are the actual thing you go over. So technically my other troll probably would have survived, but we didn't play it that way. So, but yeah, it was good. It took out them. Now I've opened up that middle, which is what I wanted, and yeah, pretty happy with that. These guys continue to flee. Oh no, there's my rock lobber, so he hasn't killed that one. It panics that middle spear chucker. And yeah, so I reform my Orcs in 6 wide, because it gives me small enough like depth that I can hand my guys over in between there, facing the left. So in the hole between his 2 units, facing to the left. I move my trolls up as far as they can, ready for a frontal charge as well. And I tried to get my night goblins. The night goblins move up on the right and shoot their fanatics through that magma cannon, but I don't think they do anything. They might have done a wound at most. I'm also thinking they may actually be closer than that, because I think I got them in a position where they were chaffing that unit on the right, I think. Maybe I didn't. But anyway, yeah, magic doesn't go... Well, magic goes off, but he scrolls the hand, which now my Savage Buster's sitting out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm just trying to think if he... why he didn't charge there. Anyway, the Doom Divers take this Hell Cannon down to 2 wounds. Could have even been a Spear Chucker too. I think a Spear Chucker at some point did some wounds too, which was good. Paid for itself. Yeah, and he's turn 4, so he just holds. I can't remember. I guess he just didn't want to go into the Savages. Sort of looking at this, maybe he should have just tried to take on my Savages, but who knows. He does get Enchanted Blades up on these guys, so they're hitting +1 to hit in combat as well. Magic was 2 to 1 there too, so I couldn't stop it at all. And he turns his magma cannon around here and shoots my 6 trolls and takes 2 of them out. So at least there, and then opens them up with the Fireglaves guys there too, but I don't think he does a whole lot. So my turn 4, I couldn't get the hand before, but they're still in the flank there, so we declare a charge. We get in on both. Pretty confident about that, but I would have liked some buffs up. So you can see on the right there, I don't know what happened. I think the Fireglaves in the right-hand unit just annihilated my Night Goblins last turn, and they fled. So they're taking my level 2 Night Goblin Shaman there, which is annoying because he could have given those Savages reroll to hit, reroll to wounds, and armor piercing because they're in the flanks. So that was they were within. I think with a bit of movement, he was within 12, but it wasn't to be. You can see my Manglers come back that way too. So I think I lost a few Savages running through him. So I'm a bit nervous about that combat still because he's got +1 to hit and I've got no rerolls, no anything, but you never know. And look at these, my Goblins rally, so that's great. Conserving their points. I think I'm just going to keep them away now. They're not going to be able to do much, so try and hold on to them. Yes, Magic was 8 to 7 and I threw what I could out. Here we go, and he dispelled it. And then had a couple of dice left, so I threw Wozag's Revenge, got it off, and he didn't fail any of his tests, so didn't pop any of his wizards. Then we go into combat here, and so the Orcs are going to, and my characters are all going to strike first, then he's going to attack my Trolls, and then my Trolls go last. And we do enough damage. He manages to kill 2 Trolls, but that was about it. I run him down, and both the Troll just clips the Hell Cannon, and my Savages run into the the hell cannon. So, you know, I think it's mission accomplished, so to speak. It's what I wanted to try to get done. He's turn 5, and then this guy just turns around and just takes out... can't remember what he shoots, actually, to be honest. Maybe that other mangler that's roaming around, he takes it out. He's aiming at something, I just can't remember what it was. But in his turn 5, we looks like, yeah, he gets glittering robes up, but it's not enough, and we smash through it. Oh, that's right, he's misfired. I think he was going for the rest of my night goblins in his turn 5, but he misfired. And so in his turn 5, we took out the hell cannon. So the trolls got to reform that turn. That's why they're there. And then my savages, they had to overrun, so they're up there. And then in my turn 5, I've turned them around. But I didn't move up. I'm not interested in getting near that big unit. So I think I camped them out of 18 inches or something, because I think that's his range of his fire glaives. Yeah, that was about it. And another good thing in my turn 5, I managed to double 1 rally these guys, so they can serve more points. Well, I think they still give up 50%. Yeah, they do. In ETC. I do get a here we go off, and it's useless really, unless we somehow ended up in combat. But I didn't want to throw a heap more dice, so I didn't throw foot or anything. Just Wurzag's on 1 wound, I don't want to lose him, so I have to be pretty conservative. I have brought my wolf boss up there. I think that was just in case I wanted, because he's got 2 up ward against flaming. Does he? I think he does. But then I can use him for chaff if I had to, but not really needing to. This guy takes out the remaining 2 trolls. And that's turn 6. We just sort of, I don't do anything. I took 3, that's right, I took 3 shots with my spear chuckers at that magma cannon. 2 of them misfired and blew up, so I just gave him 70 points in the last round. But I thought it was worth just to try to take that last hell cannon out, but I mean magma cannon, but wasn't to be. But anyway, worked out as a good orc victory, at least for ETC, 14-6. I think I got like 1,200 something victory points. I only gave up 500 or nearly 600. The list did what it... I mean, it's not built to run across the board, but it worked, I guess. I guess especially against an army that didn't have any chaff, like, because I could just pick what I wanted to do. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. I actually had a battle booked tonight, but it's not going to happen, I don't think, at the moment, which is a shame, because it was against a double Demon Prince Nurgle list. So that would have been good to practice my orc gun line against. But anyway, hopefully I can get that in at some point in the next week. And yeah, hopefully there'll be a few practice reports that I can get out over the next few weeks before the tournament, because I do need to get back into it a bit. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. Leave some comments, likes, whatever, stuff like that. And I'll catch you next time. See ya.